All right, so you're gearing up for a packing machinery engineer interview?
That's right.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
So we're talking about keeping those production lines going strong,
absolutely.
maintaining that performance, keeping those technical standards high, analyzing all the results
That's it
there.
there.
I mean, you're the one making sure that everything runs without a hitch.
Hmm.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it's a vital role.
And the best part is we've got a whole bunch of RoleCatcher resources
Mm-hmm.
to help you totally ace this interview.
Absolutely.
We've got some awesome sample questions, career insights,
Yeah.
really dig into all of that.
What's really interesting is how much AI is being used in recruitment now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a game changer, and that's something that RoleCatcher highlights. That's where I'm getting this from.
Okay.
It means that your CV, your resume needs to be tailored now more than ever before to really stand out.
That makes a lot of sense because AI is kind of like scanning everything, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So how does RoleCatcher's AI actually help with that? Like, how do
Yeah.
we tailor it?
Well, it can actually analyze the job description that you're looking at and identify any skills that you might be missing on your CV.
Oh, wow.
So you can then add those in and really boost your chances of getting shortlisted.
That's like having a secret weapon.
It is. It's like having an extra pair of eyes really scrutinizing everything.
I like it. I like it. Okay, well, let's get down to the nitty-gritty, the actual interview itself.
Sure.
RoleCatcher's Guide has some really, really helpful sample questions.
Yes, they do.
You ready to unpack those?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
All right, so first up, tell us about your experience with different types of packing machinery.
Okay.
Seems pretty straightforward, but I bet there's a little more to it than just like rattling off a list of machines, right?
You're absolutely right. It's not just about naming machines. They want to see the depth of your understanding.
Right.
Talk about specific types you've worked with, the industries they were used in, the complexities or challenges they presented. Really show them that your experience is unique.
So instead of just saying, I've worked with conveyor belts, I can say something like, in my previous role at a beverage company, I was responsible for maintaining those high-speed conveyor systems.
Exactly.
Transporting bottles through the filling and packaging process. This involved, and then I go into detail about, specific tasks and challenges.
Yes. Paint that picture for them.
Yeah.
Let them really see that you understand these machines, how they function within a specific production environment.
Okay.
And be ready for those follow-up questions. They might ask you to elaborate on a particular type of machinery.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe delve into troubleshooting techniques or even discuss your experience integrating different machines into a whole production line.
Okay, I got to be ready for those curveballs.
Always be ready.
That's really helpful. All right, question number 2. What software programs have you used to design packing machinery?
Oh.
So it's time to, show off those tech skills now, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
What are they really looking for here?
This is your opportunity to highlight your proficiency with industry standard software. So we mentioned specific programs like CAD, SolidWorks, any specialized packaging design software that you're comfortable with.
Uh-huh.
But don't just name drop. Talk about your level of expertise, maybe any advanced features you've used, simulations, 3D modeling automation tools,
Right.
anything that really sets you apart.
So, don't just say, oh, yeah, I've used CAD.
Yeah.
I need to say, I've used this, this, and
But
this.
use it to do this.
And I've used it to do this.
Okay. Yeah.
Honesty is key here, right? Don't exaggerate if I haven't actually used a certain program.
Absolutely. Be genuine and focus on the skills that you genuinely possess.
Perfect. All right, question number 3. What is your experience with PLC programming for packing machinery?
Okay.
Now, this sounds a little more technical, so break this down for me.
Sure. PLCs, or programmable logic controllers, are essentially the brains behind all this machinery.
Oh.
And the interviewer wants to know if you can speak their language. So be specific about the types of PLCs you've worked with, the programming languages, any troubleshooting or debugging you've done.
So if I've worked with Siemens PLCs using ladder logic,
Yeah.
I should definitely mention that.
Absolutely highlight that.
Okay, what kind of follow-up questions should I be prepared for on this one?
They might ask you to walk them through a complex program that you've developed, describe a challenging troubleshooting scenario, or even inquire about your experience integrating PLCs with other automation systems.
Okay,
The key is to showcase that you really understand how these systems work together.
got it. Details, real-world examples.
Yes.
That's key. Okay, question number 4. What steps do you take to ensure the safety of packing machinery operators?
right.
This is a big one, right? Safety is paramount.
Absolutely. This question is all about demonstrating your commitment to safety and that you understand its importance. So talk about specific safety protocols you've implemented, like lockout tagout procedures, Regular inspections, operator training programs,
Uh-huh.
anything that shows you're prioritizing safety.
So it's not just about the machines themselves, but the people who are operating them?
Exactly. It's about that whole environment.
Okay, and mentioning things like OSHA standards.
Yes, definitely.
That's all important.
Show them you're aware of those industry best practices and regulations.
Okay, I'm taking notes. All right, question number 5. How do you stay up to date with new developments in packing machinery technology?
Okay,
This is where I show I'm passionate and I love what I do, right?
absolutely. This question is all about demonstrating your commitment to continuous learning. So mention industry conferences, trade publications, online forums, anything that shows you're proactive in keeping your knowledge current. Specific examples are always a good idea.
So if I just completed like a training course on a new type of packaging automation system,
Perfect example.
I should mention that.
Yes, it shows that you're not just reading about new technologies, but actively seeking out those opportunities to learn and grow.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah,
Okay, this is all super helpful. I'm already feeling more prepared, but we've got more questions to get through.
let's do it.
Our question number 6. Describe a time when you had to troubleshoot a complex issue with packing machinery. Story time.
Okay.
What kind of story are they looking for here?
They're looking for a specific example that demonstrates your analytical thinking, your technical expertise, and how you handle pressure.
Okay.
So choose a challenging situation you faced, maybe a machine malfunction that caused downtime or a complex integration problem, and walk them through your thought process, how you diagnosed the problem, the steps you took, and the solution you implemented.
So not just what I did,
Yeah.
but why I did it.
Exactly. Show them your problem-solving skills in action.
Yeah.
And be prepared for those "what did you learn?" follow-up questions. They want to see that you can reflect on your experiences and grow from them.
Okay. I've got a few good stories in mind already. All right, on to question number 7. How do you prioritize tasks when working on multiple packing machinery projects simultaneously? The dreaded juggling act.
Yeah. This is a common one.
How do we approach this one?
The interviewer wants to see that you can manage your time effectively and handle competing priorities. So talk about your system. Maybe you use project management software, create detailed to-do lists, or color code tasks by priority level. Whatever works for you, explain it clearly and provide specific examples of how you've successfully juggled multiple projects in the past.
So showing them that I'm organized.
Yes.
I can handle the heat,
Exactly.
even when things get a little crazy.
Yes, and be prepared for those curveballs. They might ask about a time when priorities shifted unexpectedly, like a rush order came in or a machine went down.
Mm-hmm.
How did you adapt? How did you communicate those changes to stakeholders?
Okay, so flexibility,
Yes,
communication.
very important.
Those are key. I'm starting to get a real feel for how to approach these questions. And, I got to say, this RoleCatcher AI feedback sounds incredibly helpful.
It can really make a difference. Imagine having a personalized coach who can analyze your practice answers, suggest stronger wording, and even help you refine your delivery. And it's all based on the specific requirements of the packing machinery engineer role.
Wow.
That's the power of RoleCatcher's Copilot AI.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to have to check that out.
Yeah.
But before we get too carried away with the AI, I think it's time to zoom out a little bit.
Sure.
Talk about the bigger picture,
Yeah.
your career path in
Yeah.
this field.
Absolutely. Let's do that. Absolutely. Let's do that. Typically, you'll start as a junior packing machinery engineer.
Okay.
You'll be assisting senior engineers, getting your hands dirty with inspections and troubleshooting, handling those routine maintenance tasks. Think of it as building your foundation.
Okay, so like learning the ropes,
Exactly.
getting some solid experience.
Yeah.
What happens once you've kind of mastered the basics?
Well, as you gain experience and knowledge, you'll move up to an intermediate level. You'll start taking on more responsibility, maybe managing projects independently, analyzing performance data, even leading small teams.
Mhm.
You're not just fixing machines anymore. You're starting to optimize those whole processes.
Okay, I like where this is going. So what's the ultimate goal?
The pinnacle senior packing machinery engineer.
Mm.
You're the big picture thinker, overseeing everything related to packing machinery in the company, developing strategies, spearheading new projects, mentoring those junior engineers. You've become the go-to expert.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Ah.
But how do you actually climb that ladder? Is it all about time and experience?
Experience is definitely key, but continuous learning is just as important. Think about certifications like the Certified Packaging Professional or CPP,
Hell yeah.
which shows you have a deep understanding of packaging processes, or the Certified Maintenance and Reliability Professional, the CMRP,
Oh, yeah.
which focuses on maintenance and reliability best practices. These credentials can really give you an edge.
So it's like adding extra tools to your toolbox.
Ex-
Makes you even more valuable to employers. I bet RoleCatcher has some info on those, right?
You bet. Their career guide breaks down different certifications, explains their benefits, and even shows how they can boost your career prospects.
So it's like a roadmap.
It's a personalized roadmap for success.
Okay. I'm definitely adding check out RoleCatcher's career guide to my to-do list.
Good idea.
But for now, let's get back to those interview questions.
Sure.
We left off on question number 7.
Okay.
How do you prioritize tasks when working on multiple packing machinery projects simultaneously? It's a classic juggling act.
It is. I honestly sometimes struggle with that.
It's a common challenge, especially as you move up in your career. The interviewer wants to see if you have a system for managing your time effectively and keeping those priorities straight. Maybe you use project management software, create detailed to-do lists, or color code tasks by urgency. Whatever your method, explain it clearly and give them concrete examples of how you've successfully juggled multiple projects in the past.
So showing them I'm organized,
Yes.
I can handle the heat. Exactly.
When things get a little hectic.
Yes, and be prepared for those curveballs. They might ask about a time when priorities shifted unexpectedly. Maybe a rush order came in or a machine went down. How did you adapt? How did you communicate those changes to stakeholders?
So flexibility,
Yes,
communication,
very important.
those are key. Okay, on to question number 8. How do you ensure that packing machinery is operating at maximum efficiency? This is where my inner optimization geek gets to come out.
Absolutely. This is where you showcase your technical expertise and your ability to think critically about process improvement.
Right.
The interviewer wants to see that you understand the importance of squeezing every ounce of performance out of those machines. Think about those key performance indicators you track: throughput, downtime, reject rates, energy consumption. How do you use data to identify areas for improvement? Have you implemented any lean manufacturing principles? This is your chance to really dive deep.
Okay, I'm ready to dive deep. What if they ask for a specific example, like a time when I actually improved a machine's efficiency?
Absolutely. Think about a time when you identified a bottleneck, implemented a solution, and saw a measurable improvement. The more specific you can be, the better. Quantify those results with data points. Did you reduce downtime by 15%, increase output by 10%? Those numbers speak volumes.
I'm going to come with some data.
Yes, data is key.
Okay, let's move on to question number 9. What experience do you have with integrating packing machinery into a production line?
Okay.
This sounds like the big picture stuff.
This is where you show them you understand how packing machinery fits into that larger production ecosystem. They want to see that you can think beyond the individual machine and consider how it interacts with all the other parts of the line. Talk about any projects where you had to integrate new machinery or modify existing systems. How did you collaborate with other departments? What were the challenges you faced? How did you ensure smooth transitions between different stages of the process?
So it's all about seeing how it all works together.
Exactly. It's about that holistic view.
What about those unforeseen challenges? Like, what if the interviewer throws something in there about, something unexpected happening during an integration project?
Be ready for those curveballs. No project is without its hiccups. They want to see how you handle those unexpected obstacles. Can you troubleshoot effectively on the fly? Can you adapt to changing circumstances? Can you communicate clearly with everyone involved?
So staying calm under pressure.
Yes.
Showing that I can adapt.
Absolutely. Those are valuable traits.
Okay, got it. Now on to the final question. How do you ensure that packing machinery meets customer specifications and requirements? This sounds pretty crucial.
It is. Customer satisfaction is everything. They want to see that you understand the importance of meeting those specific needs, interpreting those specifications accurately, and making sure the final product delivers what the customer expects. Think about your process for ensuring that alignment. How do you review design documents? How do you collaborate with customers to clarify their needs? How do you conduct testing to validate that the machinery meets all those requirements?
So it's all about communication, attention to detail.
Yes.
Making sure those boxes are ticked.
Exactly. It's about precision.
But what if the customer throws a curveball? Like they suddenly change the specifications halfway through the project.
Those last-minute changes are a fact of life in this field. Be prepared to talk about how you manage changing requirements. Can you communicate those changes clearly to everyone involved? Can you find solutions that satisfy the customer while staying within the project constraints?
So being flexible, finding those win-win solutions.
Yeah, that's the key.
Okay, got it.
Fine.
Wow, we covered all 10 questions from RoleCatcher's Guide.
We did it.
I'm feeling much more confident about tackling this interview.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
But before we wrap up, I want to circle back to something you mentioned earlier, RoleCatcher's AI-powered feedback system.
Okay.
Can you tell us a little more about how that works?
Absolutely. Imagine this. You've crafted what you think is a killer answer to one of those tough interview questions. You're feeling pretty good about it. But then you feed it into RoleCatcher's Copilot AI. It analyzes your response looking for areas for improvement. Maybe there's some jargon you could simplify or a weaker point you could strengthen with a more concrete example. It can even suggest alternative phrasings to make your answer more impactful.
Wait, so it's like having an expert editor
It is.
for my interview answers.
Yeah, think of it that way.
That's incredible. You mentioned it can analyze video rehearsals, too.
Exactly. It's like having a virtual coach who can provide feedback on your body language, your tone of voice, your overall presentation style, all those subtle cues that can make a big difference in how you come across.
Okay, I am officially blown away by RoleCatcher's AI.
It's a game changer.
It's like a secret weapon for interview prep.
It's a powerful tool that can give you a real edge. But remember, AI is just one part of the equation. Your knowledge, your experience, your passion for the field, those are the foundations of a successful interview.
That's a great point. So it's about using AI to enhance my strengths, not replace them.
Precisely. And speaking of strengths, let's shift gears and talk about some of the key skills and qualities that will make you shine in this role. Precisely. And speaking of strengths, let's shift gears and talk about some of the key skills and qualities that will make you shine in this role. We've touched on some of them already: problem solving, analytical thinking, technical expertise.
Great.
But there's more to it than just the technical side.
Okay, I'm all ears. What else are they looking for in a packing machinery engineer?
Communication is huge. You'll be interacting with all sorts of people, operators, technicians, other engineers, managers, even customers.
Yeah.
Being able to explain complex technical concepts clearly and concisely is essential.
So it's not just about being like a tech whiz.
Right.
It's about being able to communicate those technical ideas to people who might not be as technical.
Exactly. You need to bridge that gap. And don't forget about teamwork. You'll be collaborating with others on projects, troubleshooting issues, implementing solutions, being a team player, being able to listen to different perspectives and contribute constructively. Those are all valuable assets.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's a blend of technical skills, communication skills, interpersonal skills. A well-rounded individual, basically.
That's a great way to put it. And let's not forget about that all-important quality, a passion for the field.
Oh, yeah.
The interviewers will want to see that, spark that genuine interest in packing machinery and how it all works.
Yeah, enthusiasm is contagious.
It is.
It can definitely make a difference in an interview.
Yeah.
But I gotta admit, I'm still a little intimidated by the thought of facing those technical questions.
I understand.
I'm afraid I'm going to get stumped and just draw a blank.
I hear you. But remember what we talked about earlier. Preparation is key. The more you familiarize yourself with those common interview questions, the more confident you'll feel. And that's where RoleCatcher's AI can really come in handy. Imagine being able to practice your answers and get feedback from an expert, all from the comfort of your own home. That's what Copilot AI offers.
It's like having a personal interview coach in my pocket.
Exactly. It takes the guesswork out of preparation.
Okay, I'm definitely sold on the power of RoleCatcher's AI, but I also want to make sure I'm focusing on my own preparation. You know, brushing up on those technical concepts, practicing my answers, and thinking about those potential follow-up questions.
That's the spirit. Preparation is your secret weapon. And don't forget, this deep dive is just a starting point. There are tons of resources out there: books, articles, online forums, professional organizations. The more you explore, the more confident you'll become.
You're right, I'm feeling inspired to do some more research and really dive deep into this field. But before we wrap up, can we do a quick recap of the key takeaways just to make sure everything sinks in?
Absolutely. First and foremost, remember that the packing machinery engineer role is all about ensuring smooth and efficient operation of those critical packing systems. You're the one keeping those production lines humming.
And to nail that interview, we need to showcase a blend of technical expertise, problem-solving skills, and those all-important soft skills like communication and teamwork.
Exactly. Don't just list off your skills and experience. Give them concrete examples. Tell those stories that highlight your strengths. And be prepared for those curveball questions, the ones that test your adaptability and your ability to think on your feet.
And speaking of preparation, RoleCatcher's AI-powered tools can give us a serious edge, from tailoring our CVs to practicing our answers and even getting feedback on our video rehearsals. Copilot AI is like having a personal interview coach guiding us every step of the way.
It's a powerful tool that can help you put your best foot forward. But remember, it's all about using AI to enhance your existing skills and knowledge, not replace them.
Okay, I think we've covered everything. I'm feeling incredibly pumped and ready to tackle that interview. Thanks for all the incredible insights and advice.
You're very welcome. Remember, you've got this. Believe in yourself, showcase your passion, and go rock that interview.
That's right. I'm going to walk into that interview room with my head held high, ready to impress. And to all our listeners out there, best of luck on your job search. We're rooting for you. And be sure to tune in to the deep dive next time for another insightful exploration of a fascinating topic. Until then, keep learning, keep growing, and keep diving deep.